If you hit those tires, it will not pen this tank. If you hit the gun, it will not pen this tank. Yeah, the two
I've just realised anyway, it doesn't really matter anyway, because I am never, ever, ever the gunner, nor will I ever be, so it's fine.
But you might be teaching someone who is going to be.
Oh, well, I suppose.
So, right, guys, if you just hop off the tank for a second, give us the space to jump up. I'll use my my flamey tool here, and I will point them out. So you see these bulges on either side? These bulgy bits here, where the sparks are, these are the bits you need to hit.
You can shoot it with your pistol and make a mark on it too.
Yeah, all that. There you go. There and there are the two places you want to hit on this tank.
So it's the line where the turret meets the actual tank.
Yeah, if you shoot it in the center, it will not pen. If you shoot it below that, it will not pen. The two bits on either side will pen, but you've got a less chance of doing so. So if you're in a Panther, those tits are what you want to be aiming for.
What's pen?
Penetrate.
Ah, okay, thank you. So basically try to hit them on like the straight points then from what I can see. So nothing that's severely angled, because it'll just ricochet, won't it?
Yes, that is the general idea, but I mean, like, even these things, even the tits are curved, but you will pen on them, which sort of doesn't make a huge amount of sense. Tito, are you actually here with us now?
I am indeed.
Cool. On either side of the turret, you see there are, like, track-looking things. That's heavy armor. Panther will not pen those. The front plate of the turret itself is also heavy armor, which the Panther will not pen. Anywhere that's not those little rectangles or the actual plate armor on the turret itself, you can pen. It is a very difficult shot, which is why on the picture I put it down at about a 10% chance, because you have to try and sneak the round in between the heavy armor and the front turret. Shooting tanks in the turret is just pointless in my opinion. Yes, you'll make it traverse slightly slower, but at the end of the day you could shoot it twice to the body and just fucking blow it up. Oh, that was someone's truck.
Wasn't me.
Obviously, if you're in a Tiger tomorrow, if you shoot this thing anywhere, it will blow up. I believe it can take 2 shots to the turret, so just ignore the turret when it comes to the Tiger. Shoot it in the body, blood up instantly. Any questions on the 75? Yes. So everything I've mentioned now is so far was from the Panther's perspective. This is medium versus medium. The Tiger will just fucking annihilate this thing. So the looks can damage the tracks, and it can do damage to the engine up the arse. It takes about 60 rounds of HE ammo to actually disable the thing. So it is just pointless. Don't try. Track it if you need to. Fine. If you want to just try and run away without it turning. But don't sit there and fire rounds after round up his ass trying to kill it. The Puma obviously will fire 2 shots into the back of this thing and kill it, which is great. The looks is just fucking pointless for taking out tanks. It will kill the Greyhound and it will do damage to the Stuart, but for the Greyhound it takes 20 rounds of HE to kill it in any one specific place, and for the Stuart it takes something like 40. Any other questions?
Never mind.
Excellent. Moving on to the 76 then. Okay, so from the Tiger's perspective on this, shooting it anywhere in the top front plate, so anywhere above the star, is pretty much a guaranteed pen. This front plate with the star on it is very annoying at sometimes ricocheting shells. I think I put it down as something about an 80% chance to ricochet, or it's 80% chance to pen on the bottom, but it's 100% on that top plate. So shoot the top plate. You can pen it in the turret, even with its heavy armor, but again, it's kind of pointless. We want to be shooting to kill here, really. From the side of this tank, the Panther can punch through the armor. So if you find that the Tiger and the Panther, the Tiger is engaging the 76 from the front, try and sneak the Panther around to the side. If you can get a good angle, struck like 90 degree or more, or slightly under, slightly over, you will be able to put a shot through this and it will do half damage to their hull. Obviously, if the Tiger's already put 1 shot into the front plate of it, you can finish it off from the side. The Tiger will also obviously go straight through this. The Puma will not damage this tank unless it's from behind, in which case it takes 3 shots. The looks will not damage this tank at all unless it's the tracks, but by that time you've probably just been destroyed anyway. So, we only really want to be engaging these with Panthers from the side or Tigers from the front. The one thing I will say for tomorrow's game is the Allies have a massive advantage in tanks. The 76 reloads in 7 seconds. It takes the Tiger 8 seconds to reload. So unless the Tiger is seeing this first and coming at it from an angle where it takes more than a second for it to traverse and shoot, we are going to lose the gunfights against the 76. It is of massive importance tomorrow that 76s are pointed out as soon as they are spotted by squads. If we do not pick up a 76 and it engages a Tiger, that Tiger is dead. There is no two ways about it.
So I guess a recon squad could try and look at that.
Yeah, so I mean, any squad leaders should be picking out targets and tanks anyway. Obviously, I think most guys in this clan are experienced enough to know what tank's which. But if we see that 76, it does need to be called out and it needs to be engaged by at least 2 tanks or come at from an angle which we will win.
Just saying, I accidentally walked into an enemy outpost and destroyed it. I didn't mean to.
Okay. Anybody got any questions on the 76?
No.
Go for it. No. So if you're regarding to if you shot it in the star, it would insta kill.
Wooden stick?
Will
Yes,
not.
wouldn't.
They've gone the opposite direction with this a little bit. So one thing I will mention as well is if you guys come to the back, if we're in a Puma or something or a Panther and you're coming up, do not, whatever you do, shoot it in these red canisters. They will deflect your shots. But the sort of extras on the side, like this fuel tank on the side here, or the pieces of cloth on the side, they don't do anything these days. Like if you shoot them, they are just extras. They will not damage the tank.
What about the vent?
The vent's fine. The vent's a very good shot. That's where the engine is. But yeah, these canisters along the top, especially the red ones, just for some reason are impervious to tank shells. It's the same for AT guns as well. If you're playing AT tomorrow, or you know someone who is, for example, on the back of the 75, these fuel canisters here, if you hit them, your AT shell will do nothing. That's from the bazooka. Oh, sorry, from the Panzerschreck. That it just won't fucking touch the tank. You have to shoot it in the back of the tank for the star.
Yeah, I've just done the Lux.
I don't believe it actually damages the reload time. All it does is damage the traverse. Well, if you get it all the way down, then yes. But if you, yeah, that's got to be the motto for tanks these days. I mean, because if he turns his tank, or if the driver turns quick enough towards you, that 76 is just going to destroy everything. No worries. The Jumbo 75 is much the same as the 76 in terms of where to pen. This front plate, very good. This bottom plate is a bit more annoying, and the Panther will not pen it from the front. The Panther still can shoot it through the sides, but the Jumbo 75 isn't much of an issue for a Panther. You're coming up against the same gun that you have in a medium. The only difference being is that you just can't pen him from the front. I sort of advise that if you're in a Panther and you see a 75, Jumbo 75, just try and crawl away slowly. He's got not the greatest chance to pen you unless he knows exactly where to aim. And if you're wriggling about all over the place anyway, trying to reverse away or move away from him, then you're going to be in a good spot just to get away, call it out to the Tiger. Tiger will come over and blast a little fucker down. Yes, from the sides, not from the front. So all the heavy tanks on the ally side have heavy armor at the front, medium armor at the sides. Sort of the armor variation is such that if it's a medium tank, it can pen medium armor. If it's a heavy tank, it can pen heavy, and so on. Now, the Stuart. The little devil that is the Stuart. These are incredibly great tanks. These are fucking brilliant. They go 30 mile an hour on flat ground. They have 51 HE, 51 AP. These things do fucking bits. They are a danger to our tanks, believe it or not. The Panther will pen this thing anywhere on the front and just instantly kill it. It will do the same to the side. The looks can kill these things if you shoot it up the arse enough times, but the likelihood is it will fling itself around and kill you. So, I mean, but these need to be called out, especially the light and recon tanks need to be called out quite quickly, and we need good eyes on them. Because if they get up behind our tanks, they will fucking just do some damage that we will not be able to deal with. Yeah, you can do bits. They go quick, they have ammo, and they can do damage. Moving on to a bit of tank defense then. So I've shown you how to kill these tanks. Now I'm going to show you how to defend against these tanks in tomorrow's game. So for the Panther at the front here, if you are in a 75, either the Jumbo or the standard Sherman, shooting underneath where so if you imagine a line between the tracks going along the top here, anywhere below that, you will not pen. If you shoot it anywhere on this top plate, though, it will pen, which is very annoying. I think the only slight sort of I've forgotten what the word is, but you won't be able to pen this gun turret. The coax or the whole gun, for some reason, deflects everything, unless you're in a heavy tank. But yeah, so I mean, if you're coming up against a Panther either in a pub match or if we're playing allies at some point, your gunners should know pen the top of the front, not the bottom. If you hit the bottom, you will just deflect, and it gets incredibly frustrating. This happens a lot if you're fighting uphill against a tank or if you're fighting downhill against a tank. But yeah, for some reason, even though that angled armor is the same angle all the way up, it is it's somehow steeper at the bottom than it is at the top, which means you will pen the top better than you will pen the bottom. It is about an 80% chance to pen on the top half of the hole there. You will still get shots that deflect, especially if he's angled. But that is just sort of how it is at the minute.
What about the mantled, man?
Say again, mate.
Mantled? You could took out the Panther with 2 shots on mantled before the update. Yeah. No.
No. So the front armor of the Panther is heavy. So the plate armor at the front of the turret is heavy armor now.
Everything changed, man.
Honestly, not tried that. It might still work. A lot of those little exploits have been taken out. What I expect now is that shoot in the side of this circular thing here would probably count as a hull damage, but not as a shot up the arse. I think when they added engines into the tanks, they redesigned the way that armor works, in the sense that a shot from the side damages the hull, but a shot from the back damages the engine and the hull. So it's pretty easy to pen Panthers from the side. The one thing I will say is the plates covering the tracks are not the hull, they are the tracks. So there's a very thin line between where the track armor stops and the turret actually begins. And that is where you want to aim on these things. Panthers have a very annoying habit of deflecting shells in their turrets, even if they're facing away from you. So if you shoot in the middle of that, where it says 801, that is a good place to hit. That is probably the flattest place on the turret, and that will pen. If you do not hit the middle of that 0, you are going to be sort of going with a 70% chance that it's actually going to do anything. And it's the sort of same for the other side as well. It's sort of where that 0 would be if it were there. That's where you want to be aiming for. One quite quirky part about the Panthers currently is that if you angle them well, usually about a 25-30 degree angle from the tank you're fighting with, you will deflect a lot of shots. That includes, very annoyingly, shots from the 76 as well. If the 76 tries to shoot your front armor whilst you are angled well against him, it will deflect. If he shoots you in the side, however, you will explode. A Panther is a one shot to a 76 if hit in the body. 25 to 30% is normally the best one. So if I was to stand about here with it, and if you sort of look from my perspective now, that is a good-ish angle to try and aim for. If you hit it at the front, it's going to deflect off. If you hit it in the side, it will just fucking destroy you.
But if you are taking a Panther head on upper part of the glacis at the front, you will kill it.
Yes. I mean, if you're in the 76, you shoot that tank anywhere in the front. If you shoot the Panther anywhere in the front, it will just explode. The turret sometimes takes 2 shots from the 76, but this is why I'm trying to go with the doctrine of kill, don't wound. Yeah, the looks is very much the same as it always was. It's the front of the... Where's the looks gone? Oh, here it is. So the front armor here has an annoying tendency to deflect 75 rounds. But if you hit it on the top where it's more angled, it will pen.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'll respawn and get one up.
I mean, this is about as far as it goes with the tanks at the minute. This is just the update to the armor. In the barracks currently, there is a bunch of pictures that I have produced, which shows you where to pen on all these tanks. The only one it doesn't involve is the Jumbo 75, as I don't see why they would be using them. They are useless fucking lumps of metal. They have heavy armor, that's great. They have a shit gun. It is just this. It's the normal. It's the same. The Jumbo 75 has the same gun as the normal Sherman 75. They're shorter in length for some reason, but do exactly the same thing. So they will still kill a Panther, but it will still take 2 shots to the body, even though it's a heavy tank. The only benefit you have on the Jumbo is the fact that you have more armor at the front. But then again, you are trading that in for, say, the Sherman 75, which can do something like 28 or 25-ish mile an hour with it. For a tank that's going to be driving you at anywhere between 18 and 22. So you want to sort of, if you want to take the speed, take the standard Sherman. They're just the same tank. One's a bit more heavily armored, but is incredibly a lot slower.
Guess it depends where you are as well.
Yes, definitely.
On my way, just give me about half an hour to get to you guys.
Just stand away from the Panther for a second. I want to test something. Right, let's spread these tanks out by about 300 meters. That's probably the normal range that you would be shooting at.
What time's the game start tomorrow night? I might be late for it, this right?
I'm sorry, am I dragging on a bit?
No, what about me fucking driving this tiger up?
Goodbye, Stuart.
I need clean trousers. Stop
Didn't they
scared the
make
poop
it
out of me.
easier to get out of things and harder to get stuck, or was that only for the trucks? Right.
Apologies, whoever just died in front of the 76 there. Someone told me a lie the other day and I was just proving them wrong. Who's tank gunning tomorrow other than myself?
I'm gonna.
Right, MTB, jump in the pad. You might have to join my
One
squad.
second, mate.
Oh, you still bringing the fucking tiger up?
Yeah, I'm here now.
I pushed him. He went 2 kilometers faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, MTB, just have a play with shooting the Sherman in the spots that I told you to.
Yeah, I'm gonna move away now.
I think that's the first Sherman talks about the 75, yeah?
Yes, yes. In the tits.
I love the ricochet sound.
Yeah.
Lovely pen. There you go.
I think it's dead.
If in doubt, go for the tits.
Yeah, I mean the Tiger's armor's pretty much exactly the same as it was. The only key difference is you can't shoot the pipes at the back anymore. There was a fun exploit where you could shoot the pipes at the back of the Tiger from the front, and it would just fucking blow the tank up. It was one hit. NTB, shoot the Tiger in the... Shoot the 76 in the side.
1 second, let's turn the engine off in Tiger.
I can move the 76 to a better place if you want.
Nah, that's alright.
Nah, that's alright for that, mate.
Now try and shoot it in the front. Look, the power of angling.
Can I jump out first, though? Oh, sorry, mate.
Someone would splat.
That was brilliant. I was right in front of that.
LOL. Yeah, no, I don't have any questions, but I would like at some point, though, ideally, like I done yesterday, I don't know who it was with, I believe it was with UMBT, tank crew, get more experience in the tank in itself, like especially like aiming and everything, where to aim, how to aim, because I really struggled with that, because as the gunner itself, you don't immediately see, you know, where you land your target, where you land your hits.
Turns out you can't hail enemies.
I mean, how I killed 2 tanks yesterday, or one even, and a bunch of infantry yesterday, I don't know, because I was shooting blind. Yeah, I was shooting, but all I saw was a big poof of, you know, fart. Yeah, I think it was alright, but me being brand new and kind of overwhelmed, you know, I need more practice in it.
I think the one question people normally ask me, especially in the German tanks, is where do I aim for distances? And the answer to that is experience.
Yeah, no, but that's the same as, you know, aiming your RPG or your bazooka and stuff.
Yeah. Right, if everybody wants to hop out the tanks now, and just meet in the center of the battleground.
I know what's going to happen.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Shovels out, boys.
Oh,
Right, no tank shell
up my bum then.